The other thing that's going on for me at the moment is I'm starting to write a memoir about the 18 years I spent with a spiritual teacher and the ending of that relationship as I found out about deceit and betrayal in the relationship and what happened, how it happened, what I felt during what happened, how it all ended, and what I have learned from the process. So, my memoir is ongoing and being written at the moment. There are parts of it that are very difficult to work through, even though a lot of healing has been done in the prior 10 years since the end of my relationship. But as I'm looking more at Christianity and the Bible and the Word of God and Jesus, I'm really coming to believe that I was in a cult and that my husband, ex, is still in a cult and is promoting a cult worldwide in his own limited way. And I am awakening to the idea that the energy that he talked about coming from God, but he didn't really believe in God, and he was very ego based and very narcissistic. That energy is actually coming through demons, and I'm looking at the world and I'm seeing that a lot of stuff that comes from the demon astral layer, a lot of people really do well in that world. And, when they do sell their soul to said nasty dude, they get all the gifts. And then I look at the spiritual people who I'm like, well, if the spiritual stuff was so great and so of God, then wouldn't you be wealthy? Wouldn't you be able to provide for your family? Wouldn't you have created a house for the woman who birthed 4 children for you? No, you didn't. And wouldn't you just be a bit more financially stable? Because I don't see it. Now that I'm looking back, I just see all the people in the spiritual realm as being poor as fuck and ultimately messed up, and their lives aren't really thriving. Yeah, not on the mundane level. Okay, there might be a few top people that did, but then how closely aligned with some of the negative forces that the Bible discusses as being antichrist? How closely aligned were they with some of that stuff? I know Doreen Virtue, for instance, has reneged her whole life for Christianity after reading Cards and Crystals, etc., for many, many years.